Hi everyone, and thanks for being with me. Going to talk today about immigration. Immigration has become a significant issue since the High Court decision to release detainees, as we saw during the week. The reason why this is that we cannot maintain people indefinitely. It makes sense that if the government is unable to find a country that is prepared to accept a person and they are virtually countryless, then it stands to reason that it is inhumane to lock them up and keep them in detention for the rest of their lives. Forget about whether they have committed a crime or not. Regardless, it is inhumane to keep anyone in a bewildered and vacuous state. Now, some of the crimes the people in detention have committed are horrendous. I'm the first to admit that. But what we need to look at, in particular with these cases, is we need to look at them with an open mind. We need to consider the sentences imposed on those people by our own justice system. Even murderers have a term specified by their sentence. As horrific as pedophilia is and the subsequent damage inflicted on victims for the rest of their lives, there is always a term allotted to the sentence. Now, we may not agree with the term, but it is our law which is imposed by judges who are obligated to abide by the legal restrictions placed upon them. Remember too that these are state laws, not necessarily federal laws. The fact that many people who have committed the offences attributed to those detainees who are being released are present and active in our community. Now, pedophiles, rapists and murderers are being released back into the community every week. The community should be outraged that this is happening, particularly the victims of these crimes. But as a community, we don't seem to care. So why now? What is there about the release of asylum seekers which gets everyone so upset? It is hard to demonise a group of people who have committed these crimes because demonising them under normal circumstances is simply what we do. They are despicable human beings. We demonise these people in the wider community every day. Perhaps it is because asylum seekers are a special class of people who we choose to denigrate just because they are from overseas, and that our government and others have demonised them for years. We must not forget that of the 83 people being released, we are not informed of the circumstances which have kept most of those people detained. The focus is only on those who have committed serious offences. Now, we can only speculate why these people are unable to find a country to accept them. Most countries will no longer accept refugees, particularly those who don't have supporting documentation and who cannot verify their reason for seeking asylum in the first place. Now, part of the problem may be the government's inability to process asylum seekers in an expedient manner. The previous Liberal government notoriously allowed people to enter the country who were well-resourced and had nefarious intent. There are holes in the immigration system, and all of those holes have been reported. In fact, in one report, they said gaps and weaknesses in the immigration system have allowed organised crime and unsavoury characters to thrive, a damning report recently has revealed. The Nixon Review found criminal syndicates have exploited the Australian visa system to facilitate human trafficking, modern slavery, illegal sex work, illicit drug importation and money laundering. Former Victorian Police Commissioner Christine Nixon conducted the review at the request of the Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill, following reports of human trafficking. The Nixon report has offered sweeping recommendations, some of which the government has begun to implement. It has already moved to crack down on dodgy international education providers and bolster protections for oft-exploited international students. And that's basically what the report has to say. Now, the system is flawed, and the ruling by the High Court is just another example. We should look deeper than what is presented, though. This has provided a unique opportunity for the Liberal Party to hide from the release of the Nixon report and the failings which I have just outlined. The hypocrisy is amazing and it needs to be called out. Let me know what you think about this particular issue in relation to immigration and what's been happening in the High Court and the release of these people from long-term detention. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and also, everybody, please remember to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. Let's have a conversation about these particular issues. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and be safe.